Remix. 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 Remix.
Welcome out. This is the Remix Morning Show. Right here on Black Liberation Media, in case you didn't know, and we are here to take you to the king. Take you far and beyond. Boom, bap, gospel. We here. Let me introduce y'all to who we are. The brethren, them called every day, all day, first time responding. You know her by the name of Renee Johnston. Yo, I'm dead.
I'm like, what is happening?
Yo. That was crazy, man. The way you timed the crescendo with us coming on screen was nuts. I was like, oh,
listen, this is how stuff happens to me in my life. I didn't know. I just stopped it right there and said, let's go. What's good, y'all?
Man. Not much, man. How you feeling there, doctor?
Hey, man, I'm taking you to the king. I mean, I was a little bit of to me a man. Take me to the king. I have so much to bring.
I don't know that one. You know that one, Renee?
No.
What? Renee look like a good Christian.
No.
No, he doesn't.
You can't even see Renee talking about she looks like a good Christian.
Even that outline doesn't look like a good Christian outline. I'm not gonna. I don't know if I can say that.
Oh my goodness. It was Tamala, man. So, yeah, I can't see over here, man. My eyes. Anyway, listen, y'all look good, man. Well, Evan. How was your weekend?
It was good, doctor. It was good. It was busy, but it was good. I was traveling at the beginning of the weekend. Got to go see my partner's little cousin graduate. Shout out to her. Got to meet her partner, her roommate, some of the people down there. She, her family. Yeah, it was a really dope visit. It's down in North Carolina. Their school mascot is a fighting pickle, so that was funny to see. But yeah, just dope to see her graduate and do her thing. Meanwhile, BAT DC was busy. We endorsed Nakba, a Nakba Day, commemoration of the Nakba, excuse me. There was a rally and exhibit on Saturday that
what the day?
The Nakba.
You act like everybody know what that is. My bad.
Come on, man. Why are you doing this to me so early? For those that don't know, Nakba commemorates the initial colonial assault and ethnic cleansing of Palestine that resulted in the Zionist entity that we know now today. So we commemorate that resistance of 78 years since the Nakba and signed on to that. And then on Sunday, PACA led a coalition of organizations, including BAP, including Black Men Build, including many other organizations. For Malcolm X Day on Sunday, we were at Anacostia Park. And that was really dope. We were just, it was really good vibes. We had music. Son and None performed. We had a dope DJ One Love, who was spending the whole time, really killing it. Of course, people had planned to be there, but just by nature being in the park, people were just out there enjoying their weekend. Came through, talked to many people that had just come through because they saw what we were doing and wanted to vibe with it. This man and his daughter were just like riding by on like their like weekly Sunday ride and came by and went through Paca's community control DC campaign. It was really dope to see them go through that, like together, to go see him go through that with his daughter and like ask her, do you agree with that? Do you agree with that? So they like endorse. It was great vibes, you know? So yeah, shout out to all my comrades and all the organizations that came together to make that possible. I know the community very much appreciated it, and yeah, I appreciate it. It was dope for me to be there and to contribute to that. So
nice. All right, this is a very celebratory week for a lot of us. You know, a lot of graduations and stuff. Renee, how about you? How was you?
Same. I actually also started the weekend out on the road, except my stepdaughter graduated from college, and it was a
nice.
good trip, good travels. Very, very proud of her. And then because we were on the road, we pre-recorded for Saturday. Josh dropped in to let folks know about the Haitian Flag Day event that they were hosting in Newark, which was yesterday evening and went very well. And then Ajamu joined us for almost the entire second half, and we had a really good conversation, so we had to bring him back.
Dope.
But it was good. It was good stuff. How about you, Doctor? How was your weekend?
Man, what a week. I mean, when we talk about celebration, I DJ like 6 days every week last week. So it was it was a bunch of field days at different schools. So got to see them running around, having a good time, just feeling free, like, yo, the school year is over. And just, telling the teachers, let them have fun. Let them do their thing. Let them run around and just go crazy. So that was dope. I did a middle school, a high school. I did a graduation party on Saturday, which turned into a adult hangout afterwards. So I wound up DJing for like 8 hours. But it was cool. I was just chilling back there, playing music. A lot of drinks, a lot of party. Yeah, it was nice. And then Malcolm X Fest this Sunday. I didn't get to record it because they kind of rushed me to get on stage, so I couldn't set up the camera and everything. And then while I was performing, they had a band setting up. So the band was setting up in front of me, and a couple of them was working on their instruments. So the guy had to come. It's like, yo, this dude's mixing. But I killed it. It was fun. I got to see what's his name? Bap down here. Rap. What's the name of they got a show coming on? Renee, help me here. Musa. I got to see Musa and the whole Bap crew down here.
Okay, shout out to
and
Musa.
ZZ Lion, he was in the building, so they all got to run into them. It was just like a whole big family reunion, and it was beautiful. And then I got to watch basketball last night, and I tell you, this was a good game, double overtime. Woo! I love me some basketball, and I got to play basketball with my son yesterday too. So we tied. He won one, I won one, and we was like, it's hot out here. So
you mean he let you won one?
No, Jack. I still don't let my kids win into anything. Never. I don't care. So yeah, that was my week. It was good. Is there anything going on? Oh, and we got to hear so much Drake this weekend, didn't we? 3 albums in one day.
I didn't. Someone feels like somebody's compensating for something.
The girl at the graduation party, she's like, I love Drake. Could you play some Drake? So I did a whole
We dipped into one of the albums. We weren't feeling it. I gotta revisit to see. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't even get a chance. I'll get to it this week. I'll give y'all a review by the end of this week.
You let me know. Know what's worth coming back to.
Yeah, it was a lot. But other than that, what's going on in the world? Anything big?
Lots of things going on in the world.
All right, I guess we got a run sheet and everything. We got Kim Brown coming in a minute too. She said about 10 minutes ago she'll be here 5 minutes. All right, so
She gonna beat you up. I'm not gonna stop her either.
So where we going now? I guess we need to do a break.
Do a little break. Do a little spin the satellite.
That makes sense. All right, let's go ahead and excuse me, have a break. Where's the weekend? Woo!
Get it together, ear doctor. Come on.
Listen, there's a lot of drinks going on at the park, everywhere. Everybody's like, yo, I'm telling you.
Yo, do you feel like your DJing, gets better the more drinks you have, gets worse? Is there like a little crescendo, like you get like a little sweet spot and then it goes down after that?
It's that with the trees too. It's a wrap. Well, I get in the zone and it's just like I'm in the music. I'm part of the music. I'm just floating. But I don't want to rely on that. So
of course not.
You know. But when it happens, because I was floating at that after graduation party, boy, I was playing some. I was like, what? I was like, yeah. All right, let's go ahead and figure out what we're doing here. Let's take a break and come back right here on No Other Than the Remix Morning Show. What's good, everybody? Welcome out to the Remix Morning Show. I go by the name of the Ear Doctor. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for being who y'all are. And thank y'all for organizing, building, and growing with us in this platform as we continue to grow with you. All right. So it is some weather going on around here. Was it hot or was it me? This weekend, it was hot. And let me tell you, ATL, today we got a high of 87 degrees. John Blaze, but peep this. DC today has a high of 97 degrees, but it's going to be a little cloudy. But 97 degrees in DC is beating ATL. It's the hottest right now. It's crazy. Chicago, they got a high of 74 degrees. Houston, high of 87 degrees. It's like ATL. And let's go to Trinidad and Tobago. Speaking of, I went to the little roti shop over here in East Atlanta, and the line was too long. But big up to Trinidad and Tobago, so I went to the other shop. They got a high day of 87 degrees. And last but not least, let's take you to the motherland, no other land, which is Nairobi, Kenya. They have a high today of 77 degrees, and that's pretty hot. I'll tell you what else was pretty hot. I just want to come and give some good news and big up to all the graduates this week that came and did their thing. And it ain't even about the school part. It's about starting something and finishing something. The fact that these students was able to start something and finish something with all the stuff going on in their life, all this stuff going on in their world, I salute them. So big up to all the graduates that graduated. And yeah. Now it's time for them to come home and eat up all your food this summer. Y'all parents know what I'm talking about. Let's get back to it right here on the Remix Morning Show. Hey, don't tell Kim Brown we can see her.
Shut up, nigga. I can hear you, motherfucker. My eyes is bad, not my ears, motherfucker. I can hear.
Get him, Kim. Get him. He was talking about you. Go get him.
What the fuck?
Wow.
You niggas think I can't hear out here. I can hear very well. Thank you so much.
Yes. Kim.
Good morning.
What's up, Kim?
Peace to the black people and the non-black people, but black people first. Peace to us.
Peace.
Okay. How you been, Kim? Long time.
A long time, he says.
Yeah.
I just saw you Thursday.
I know.
What was that?
Kim, it's hard to be away from you for this long. Your elegance, yeah. Come on, help me, Evan.
Right. It's a short list. I know.
I can brought into this. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
It doesn't go very far beyond one.
I need some adjectives. You look like you went to a school that was, similar to Brown.
Please, Renee.
You know what I'm saying? Rhyming ability. You know what I'm saying? Hypeness. You know what I'm saying? There's so many things. There's so many things to shout out for Kim.
Don't save him, Evan. I appreciate you willing to throw the brother the assist.
Thank you.
It's the only way he's gonna get this morning. You know what I'm saying? I gotta start early.
Yeah, I'm a little slow.
Where's Renee?
Girl
I'm
power.
Here. I'm here. I was just letting them go. I was just
I know. I mean, interject.
morning, Kim.
Top of the morning to you, Sister Renee. I see the Renee, the Johnston shuttle is moving about this morning through its many stops and destinations.
Oh. And I just got hit with the disabled vehicle sign. I'm like, oh, I was so close. I was so close.
You better watch your head out there. I saw the story out of New York. What is it though? George Washington tunnels. The shit falling apart. Right on top of people's heads.
On people's heads.
Wait, what?
Yeah, there was something happening on the George Washington Bridge, and there was debris falling onto the roadway on the bridge, like onto cars and stuff. It was a problem. It was a problem.
Yo, this country's so shameful, man. It's just like,
well, it sounds like we need to get to the news. Hey, Kim.
Hey, ear doctor.
I killed the show, the Malcolm X joint. I played Aretha Franklin Rock Steady, right? Had the crowd going, and then I stopped it, and I was like, R.I.P. Aretha Franklin. I was like, big up to all our ancestors that fought for us. I said, can I hear y'all say Ashe? And it was like, Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. And I said, Ashe, oh. It's like, Ashe, oh. And then I dropped that Pete Rock and CO. Oh, that was yo, it was
That's
so.
what happens when you got a good DJ, man.
It was
create moments.
Live.
You understand?
It was live.
Shout out to you, Air Doctor. I love a crowd controller. I love a microphone.
Man.
Air Doctor's a total package out here, y'all. Book them right now for all of the upcoming spring and summer events.
Right.
Evan, you know what Ashe mean?
Not salute, but it's like love or healing or hope.
So it shall be. That's what
it shall be.
In what language? Is that Swahili?
Sounds like it.
Nigga. How you offering up translations? From what language do we even know?
It's like he's only going to give you a little bit. And then he's going to...
Do your research.
Do your research. Very sage advice. I take it on occasion.
Yeah. Sometimes from time to time.
Time to time. Yes. But anyway, have y'all slapped maps yet? Or y'all just...
We have not. We're about to get into it. But I did want to...
We was waiting for you, Kim.
That's
to slap the map. Oh, that's so kind. But Renee Evans, you know I'm never on time. Never on time. Always there when you call. Seldom on time.
But it always works out. You know, you always come right when we're about to get into it. So it's
like Jesus. Sorry. You may not come where you want him, but he'll be there right on time. He's an on-time God. Yes, he is. All right, I'm done. What's today? Is today the 19th? No, is the 8th? Today's the 19th.
19th.
It is the 19th.
Is today Malcolm's birthday?
It is. It is officially his birthday, right? The 19th? Yeah. Today. Haitian Flag Day is yesterday, but we're going to be commemorating all week.
Big up.
We'll talk about that later. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Malcolm X's birthday is 19th, for sure.
Happy birthday to Malcolm and all the Tauruses. Shout out to Stevie Wonder, celebrated a birthday last week. Air Doctor and I will be doing classical breakdown this Thursday, but right now it's Tuesday. It's the Remix Morning Show Tuesday edition on this, the 19th day of May 2026. This is your Tuesday crew. We have Renee D. Johnston coming through. We have Evans, last name unknown. I'm Kim Brown. Remixers in the chat, thank you all so much for making the time to hang out with us and join us this morning. Please engage with the show as best as you can. Like the video, subscribe to the platform. On behalf of my dear sweet brother Noomsi Kamal Franklin, we gotta run them pockets. Y'all know what time it is. Super chats are accepted. We appreciate it. Also, blkliberationmedia.org, and you can also visit us on the Patreon as well if you want to support.
Now, my brother Newsy reference always kills me, Kim. It always tickles me. I don't know if everybody gets it, but I love it.
Can I say something about that real quick? I reflect often on some people's, careers who I like. And The Golden Child is such a dud of a movie, but it is made a movie by virtue of Eddie's talent alone, talent and timing, right? Like, who else from The Golden Child can you call out? Oh wait, Mr. Miyagi, he was in that joint. But what's his name?
The dude who was played the devil. He was a well-known actor.
You're right. He was
don't remember. And he came in. It was like everybody else was acting regular. He was like, I'm about to bring it to another level. But I can't remember his name. I never knew his name, but I've seen him in other stuff.
Anyway. I have purged. I have stolen from my dear sweet brother Noomsi. Purge me.
Yo.
Take me away. No, Eddie is a diamond of a talent. My God. But anyway, let's move along to some news here. Is there anywhere in particular?
Before we move on, I just wanted to say shout out to these revolutionary ancestors as well. Thank you, Sudip Bhattacharya 2114. I think it's Ho Chi Minh and Yuri Kochel.
That's right.
Yeah, shout out to those revolutionary ancestors as well. And I think I saw it. I just didn't get a chance to address it, but I was in Greensboro and Winston-Salem, North Carolina. I think A-Rob was asking me that in the chat. And last thing, because I did not do it properly the first time, but for Malcolm X Day, we had several organizations supporting PACA and organizing with PACA. I just want to go give them all a shout out. MXGM, Black Lions for Peace, Washington, D.C., obviously. Mosaic Cooperative, which is a trans mask cooperative, provided fresh produce to people. ANWO, African National Women's Organization, the party, All African People's Revolutionary Party, and then Black Men Build, of course. So I just want to give all of those organizations a shout out. you.
That's how you show love, though. Good up. Yeah. Big up all the groups.
It was a dope day. Really great vibes. But yeah.
Where was Malcolm X Day in DC? Was it at Malcolm X Park?
No, it was at Anacostia Park.
Oh, Anacostia Park. Okay.
Yeah. I'm not gonna get started on dealing with the park administration, but it was all fine. It all worked out. We were near the like the skating pavilion.
No. But go on. Yeah, okay. Near the skating pavilion.
There is a skating pavilion. That's actually dope. It's free. You can get free skate rentals, for people, families who are looking for something to do. Even though it's hot as hell outside, maybe not. It is a covered pavilion though. It's still gonna be hot, but at least you're not like direct sunlight. So we were right next to that. And it was dope, man, because like people come to the park all the time because it's free. So few spaces like that in DC, but people come through all the time. So we had like a bunch of people who were just in the park coming by, who just heard the music, saw the vibes, and wanted to engage. So that was really dope. That was really dope.
That's what's up.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Wonderful.
But we can get into the news. Was there a story that y'all wanted to start with?
Can we really quickly start with the mass shooting that happened at the mosque in San Diego? I actually think it's just a little north of San Diego in Claremont, California. Yes, another mass shooting in America. It's another day that didn't come by, this ragged ass colony. And this shooting, I think, has interesting timing, but the details are two men, one I think 17, the other I believe, or 19 and 15 or 17 and 19, both teens, but they are alleged to have gone into this mosque and killed 3 people. I believe all 3 victims were men. There were children inside the mosque at the time, and no children were reported to be injured. Another person was reported to have been shot a few blocks away from the mosque. I believe it was a landscaper, but they survived their shooting. And the shooters are believed to have killed themselves. They were found in a vehicle not far away from the shooting scene at the mosque. And this happened, I believe, the day after that white nationalist rally that happened here in Washington, D.C., where all the white hoods, the red hats, came out to praise their Lord and Savior, half Christ, Don John. And I'm not certain about the racial identities of the shooters. I have my suspicions, but I did see the chief of police or spokesperson for the police department say that the parents of one of the shooters actually called police themselves when they noticed that several of their weapons were missing, their vehicle was missing, and the indications are the police believe that this was a hate crime and motivated by religious hatred of Muslims.
This is yeah, rest in power to those victims. And I just saw from Brother Jamil, I just don't know the details of the case, but may Allah be pleased with our brother Amin, who gave his life to protect the babies. Yeah, there were, as you said, there were children there, so obviously people tried to get in the way of the shooters and the kids. So yeah, man, rest in power. I can read this. I can read the beginning of this just so we can get all the details. But 2 teenage attackers fatally shot 3 men at a mosque in San Diego, California, in a suspected hate crime before taking their own lives, say police. The shooting took place on Monday morning, 2 hours after the mother of one of the suspects called police to say her son had run away with a friend and was possibly suicidal. Police were already on the hunt for the two when the attack at the Islamic Center of San Diego began, and they found 3 victims with gunshot wounds outside the front of the building. Shortly afterwards, they received another call that shots had been fired nearby from a vehicle at a landscaper. Officers found the suspects aged 17 and 18 dead of self-inflicted wounds in a vehicle blocks away from the mosque. Among the deceased victims was a security guard who worked at the center and, quote, played a pivotal role, end quote, in preventing the attack from being much worse, officials said. It's fair to say his actions were heroic, San Diego Police Chief Scott Wall told a news conference. Undoubtedly, he saved lives today. Authorities have not yet identified the 3 victims by name, but the security guard was a father of 8.
What? Oh, man, I'm sorry to hear that.
A person who knew him told the BBC's U.S. partner, CBS. Jesus, man.
And we know, as predictable as the sunrise and sunset, that there won't be any calls, outcries, I believe, from anybody, and that besides people on this side of the barricades about how deep and dangerous Islamophobia is. However, when Zionists get told from the river to the sea, all of a sudden it's all the howls of anti-Semitism. Oh, anti-Semitism's at a record. Oh, okay. Cool story.
This is yeah, I mean, I'm just looking for anything else, but a note the youth left behind also included generalized hate rhetoric and hate speech, right? So they're making an assumption that it's a hate crime, but clearly it seems that it was. Yeah, this is tragic and, of course, predictable, right? As you're alluding to, Kim, right? This is the rotten imperial settler colony that we exist in, right? That Islamophobia is part and parcel of the fabric of the society, and so these, unfortunately, these types of incidents are to be expected, right? Like 17, 18,
Yeah,
like so young, you know what I mean? Like I think we forget like how those are kids, you know, but kids who've been indoctrinated, kids who've been, you know, you can't tell me that they're not hearing some of this stuff at home. But even if they didn't, right, they wouldn't need to, right? Because they could hear it from the president. They could hear it from the entire administration. They could hear it from, you know, leaders in their community, right? So, yeah, you know, yeah, it's tragic. And yeah, again, rest in power to all those people who were taken early. And yeah, and sorry to all their families. You know, this man had 8 kids. Like, it's terrible. It's terrible. Renee, do you have any thoughts you want to share? No, yeah.
You know, it's one of those situations where there's almost nothing that could be said to clarify what I'm thinking in the moment.
Yeah, that's wrong.
Because just like Kim said, like I happened upon a post It was a picture of a woman in Brooklyn standing with a sign about deed theft, and it said something to the effect of like, stop stealing land in Brooklyn and stop stealing land in Palestine, right? And of course the Zionists were like, this is anti-Semitic. It was like this, and I'm like, so okay, so it's okay to steal land, but only if you're a Zionist, and you shouldn't equate the two. It's just so frustrating. And one of the things that they did a really good job at, and shout out to Josh and JP and Tony and everybody who put together the Speak Out yesterday for Haitian Flag Day in Newark, was really making that connection for people to understand that from Haiti to here to Palestine, the evil and the problem is all the same. And you have to name it. And I'm just like, I'm so sick of death because people don't want other people to like have things, right? Like, and it's really just that. Like, you can't have your religion, you can't have your peace, you can't have your ability to pray, you can't, none of that. And why? Just because that's how they want it.
Right.
Just,
Yeah.
I'm over it.
Yeah. I heard something that Zionist Ben Gvir was talking about how, because they recently passed this law that is going to allow them to murder people more, I suppose, more efficiently, right, in the Zionist entity, I guess by hanging or whatever. And that Zionist Ben Gvir was talking about how, just openly saying like, yeah, we stole everything from them. We stole their land, stole their, stole their freedom, all sorts of stuff. And now I want to take their lives too, right? Saying it very openly, right? Like very clearly, what they intend to do. And I think, it's just like it creates such cognitive dissonance to see these imperialists, these genocidal maniacs, these Zionists say what they mean explicitly. And then we have, I'm sorry, I'm about to, I almost said something anyway. We have people like Mamdani, right, who's supposed to be some great left leader in New York, condemning these protesters that are protesting outside of these synagogues where these land deals are happening, where this illegal land theft is happening. They're protesting outside of those synagogues, which are being used, right, as a cover for this illegal behavior, right? And Mamdani is criticizing the protesters, calling them anti-Semitic, right? So
When he said that, I saw the protest footage. I didn't know that he came out and condemned the protesters. I thought he was free Palestine. No, he changed his mind. He don't want to see Palestine free. I'm sorry. This is new breaking news to me, Evan. I did not know he made those comments.
You know what? Like yes, and I would say all that. I don't know that he changed his mind.
No, I was being facetious.
I don't know if he was ever on the team. You know what I'm saying? For real. I don't know that he doesn't just use it to get elected. I don't know that he didn't just use it to elevate his career, use the genocide of Palestinians to elevate his career so he could get in here and keep a Zionist, Tish, right, as police commissioner, to keep this hate crimes unit that is only going to be used against revolutionaries who are trying to fight against Zionism, right, and imperialism. It's only going to get used against them, right? This is what we have now, right? This was supposed to be this great left leader who is, quite honestly, in the vein of a Bernie Sanders, in the vein of an AOC. He's walking right in their footsteps, right? And people are going for it. So, I sure hope he gets free buses, because at least I hope people get something out of this, because it's not looking great right about now.
So what's interesting, on Saturday, one of the things we talked about was Matt Johnson's book. And I hope I just didn't mess his name. I think it's Matt Johnson. The chat, I'm sure, will correct me if I'm incorrect. Who just released a book on their study of media as it pertained to selling genocide.
Mhm.
And you did a
Mhm.
really good interview on millennials are killing capitalism about
Sorry,
the
Renee.
book and
Renee,
about.
run that back. You broke up just a little bit for me. Can you just run that last sentence?
Sorry. So he did an interview on millennials where he discussed the book and the research and all the things that they discovered as they did this deep dive into how media helps sell the genocide of the Palestinians to the regular public. And like, this is all the same thing, right? Like, Mamdani is going to tell people that the reason he's condemning the protesters is because it's a place of worship and we have laws about protesting outside of a place of worship. And that's why they do it there. Right? Like, that's why they do it there. That's why the one of the main arteries of the IOF is under the city. Right? Like, it's all intentional. So they do it at a mosque so that when people protest, they can go, oh, I'm not at a mosque.
At synagogue.
At a synagogue. So that people can go, oh my goodness, how awful that they're doing this outside of the synagogue and it's a place of worship and da 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 da. But it's intentionally there so that they can say that, even though they know what they're doing is illegal.
Yeah.
So this is what they do, and this is the unfortunate side of these fake socialists, which again we've been saying over and over again that Mamdani is not a socialist. We've said it over and over, and nobody should be surprised that this is what he's doing. I'm not surprised, so I don't know why anybody else would be surprised.
It's a quick heel turn, but maybe not so quick if he was not on the team as y'all say.
I mean, listen, I am sure that in his own way he feels some kind of way about the absurd level of death and destruction in Palestine, the genocide of the people, the stealing of the land. But in the end, he is a Democrat. So he's never going to step too far outside the line. So what he says in public may not fully reflect how he feels, but it doesn't matter. What he feels is irrelevant because what he says is what people are going to pay attention to.
100%.
So,
Renee, I don't even want to. I hear what you're saying. I don't even want to give him that. You straight up, like he has blood on his hands, as far as I'm concerned at this point, right? So,
100%. 100%.
He can feel how he wants to. He can feel how he wants to feel, but he needs to look at his hands that are going to be red with the blood of Palestinians, right, and the blood of all the other people, mind you, that Tish and the rest of the NYPD are going to victimize, right, in New York. That's on him. That he got to hold that. So I don't even want to. Yeah, I don't even want to give him that.
Righty.
I do want to. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah.
No, it's fine. You're good.
This shit pisses me off, like in a way that is very hard to describe, and sometimes I'm not good with my words when I get angry. I like to fight, so you know what I'm saying. Like, I can't do that. I mean, that's how I process.
Let's see your fist. You got big fists. Let's look. What's up? Them knuckles look small. Maybe it's the blocks. I don't know.
Nah, man. They do work. They do work. My fists, my knees, my elbows, my shins.
Oh, that's right. You like fight. You train. You're a trained fighter.
They all work well. Yeah.
Okay. Well, speaking of fighting, let me help you out with a transition here. I see that Trump was about to sue the IRS or somebody like that, the invisible bully, and he wound up not doing it, and they gave him some money.
I do want to get to there, ear doctor. I appreciate you. I do want to get there, ear doctor. I'm gonna let you finish, ear doctor, but I gotta say something. No, I'm joking. I do want to make a connection because we said Haitian Flag Day just passed on the 18th. Again, we will be commemorating it this coming weekend, and I'll share some of those events. But I do want to again make a connection, so I'm just going to share this carousel real quick. Shout out to the BAP Haiti America's team for developing this. So Haitian Flag Day, History, Resistance, and Liberation. So this, for those who don't know, Haitian Flag Day commemorates the creation of the Haitian flag on May 18th, 1803, during the Haitian Revolution, the only successful enslaved people's revolution in history, and one of the greatest anti-colonial struggles the world has seen. The Haitian flag was born in the midst of a revolutionary war against French colonialism, racial slavery, and white supremacist rule in former Saint-Domingue. Dessalines took the French tricolor flag, tore out the white band, and Catherine Flon, a revolutionary Haitian woman honored as an embodiment of liberation and national unity, sewed together the remaining blue and red sections to create the first Haitian flag. So that's the history. Please visit this carousel. I'll put the link in the chat, but please visit this carousel because it does have a lot of other information that we'd like to share. And if you click through, you can also get access to a fact sheet and a toolkit, again, developed by the Haiti America's team. Shout out to their work. The reason I want to make this connection is because we also are working on a book event that's going to come up in 2 weeks. We're going to be hosting Comrade 2 Black for his book, Laundering Black Rage, the washing of Black deaf people, property, and profits. And there was a section of that text that I feel like makes the connection for why we are commemorating Haitian Flag Day and why we are connecting it to the zone of peace and this imperial project that we call the United States, right? That is constantly, that is the, as King said, the greatest purveyor of violence in the world today, still to this day, right? So I want to go to that. Oh my goodness. Here we go. Go to this section of 2 Black's book and just share this piece real quick. Share this tab instead. Boop, boop, boop. And we're going to go into, actually, I can do it here. I had it. I prepared myself and I forgot. So I know this text is small, so I'll just go ahead and read it. But then again, this is an excerpt from Laundering Black Rage. No single act by enslaved Africans ignited the spread of Black rage across the colonial world, while simultaneously causing mass pandemonium among the colonists than the Haitian Revolution. Governor Charles Pinckney of South Carolina remarked how Haiti would spark a, quote, flame, which will extend to all the neighboring islands and may eventually prove not a very pleasing or agreeable example to the southern states, end quote. George Washington wired large sums of colonial funds to the French to help them with the, quote, alarming insurrection of the Negroes in Hispaniola, end quote. This is the connection. This is at least one of the connections that like we should be making and that we should understand when we talk about Haitian Flag Day, when we talk about the way in which Haiti is constantly and still under attack, right? Where Haiti's sovereignty is constantly under attack because of the way in which the West, the colonial powers, are never going to forgive Haiti for being the first free Black state, for their revolution. So when we're talking about imperialism, we're talking about land theft, right? That is ongoing in Palestine, right? We talk about the way in which unhoused people on stolen land here on Turtle Island in this imperial core are so-called cleared, right, to make way for things like the World Cup, which we also have a campaign against, Stop the Games, right, so that the U.S. and Israel can sports wash their genocide, their crimes, right? Like these connections are alive and well, right? We have a fucking dollar bill that has this genocidal maniac George Washington on it that we have to use as legal tender in this country. This is how he feels about you. This is how he felt about you and your ancestors. So like, I just, when I read that quote, I was like, this feels like it should, such a clear connection, right? But these are not things that we learn in school, obviously, right? They're too busy telling us about how George Washington was this great, I don't know, right? Historical figure. Not that he was ripping the teeth out of his the enslaved Africans that were victimized by him and putting them in his own head. So that's the connection I wanted to make. Now we can move on to the next story. Sorry, I'm off my high horse.
Dismount. Remixers. Smash the like button. Smash that like button. Are there hype points associated with this channel video? I don't even fucking know. I don't know how this shit works.
Yeah, I
Just
still
push
can't.
buttons.
I can't figure out the hype thing either, and I keep telling myself to look into it, but I just.
I know I don't know. I just got to a place where I feel comfortable sharing my screen, so don't. I don't know how to do it. I'm not gonna be no bad millennial on the tech allegations today.
Now we did mention this lawsuit, and
oh yeah,
I can't.
Oh yeah,
sometimes you just have to.
You know, it hurt my brain.
You have to laugh about stuff. Yeah.
I was reading the story and I had to read it a couple of times. So I was like, wait, what is happening?
Right. Because what they posted first, because this is what the news does, right? What the first news alert was Trump drops IRS, how is the president suing the IRS? I don't like, can we back
and it's just reported as here's another thing Trump has done is Trump being Trump per the news. Shrug,
right?
Sane wash. Move on to the next Trump being Trump in piece of insanity.
So silly. Right. Can't believe he did that. Oh shucks.
Right. So the president was suing the IRS for $10 billion.
It's so absurd. I'm sorry.
It is absurd. It is. So
man is doing his own IRS department.
Right. And so the response is part of the settlement that the DOJ is going to pay instead $1.7 billion to the people who felt like the IRS came after them because they supported Trump. It is the weirdest. I'm like, wait, what? What is happening? What is happening?
It is as absurd as you say, Renee. And just so we're clear, it's not just 1.7, it's 1.776 billion.
So you might as well just say 1.8.
Oh.
Might as well.
Phrasing.
So wait a minute, the J6ers get the double dip. They get Homeland Security jobs and they get naming. Look at these welfare queens and kings out here just taking all the government money.
Yo, if you ever needed more information, more evidence that this country is what we say it is, don't look any further than the January 6th rioters and insurrectionists not only not getting charged or getting their charges dropped, but then getting jobs, as Kim is saying. And now they're gonna have access to this fund as well. Don't worry, I'm gonna read it. It's gonna be as absurd as it sounds. President Donald Trump has settled his private lawsuit seeking $10 billion in damages from his own administration over its alleged mistreatment of him. In exchange for dropping his lawsuit, the Justice Department has agreed to set up $1 billion anti-weaponization fund to create what the department called a systematic process to hear and redress claims of others who suffered weaponization and lawfare. Wonder who they're talking about. Trump himself won't receive any compensation, the Justice Department said. The machinery of government should never be weaponized against any American, and it is this department's intention to make right the wrongs that were previously done while ensuring this never happens again, Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche said in a press release. The fund will receive $1.776 billion from an existing fund. What is this existing fund? Right. For paying administrative claims. The number is a nod to the nation's Declaration of Independence from Great Britain 250 years ago. On the first day of his second term, Trump pardoned more than 1,500 people who've been charged with crimes for rioting at the U.S. Capitol on January 6, 2021. It's possible many of them could now get a paycheck for their prosecution.
Whew.
You know, he would step across the line. Habitually, he's a habitual line stepper.
So I just want to backtrack just briefly, just
a little bit,
so that people understand that while every media outlet, police department, local news, whoever is in your like official sphere, locally as government, whatever, everyone has this really high focus on crime. It's always the interpersonal crimes. It's the crime. It's the carjacks. This is the real problem.
Organized
right? Shoplifting, right? So I just want everyone to understand that while they have spent decades convincing you that that is the problem, there is no larger segment of theft that happens than tax evasion.
And wage theft.
I was about to say is what
Wage theft is second.
That's
tax
crazy.
evasion is larger. That's what I'm saying.
That is nuts, man. That is nuts.
So listen. We can. I almost don't even know what to say because it's so absurd. Right. So now, and let us also point out that of those 1,500 pardons, so many of those people are already back in jail or have been re-prosecuted for something else.
Yeah. So let me ask you guys this: do you think that the blatant looting of the U.S. Treasury does this portend a foreknowing? Do they know in advance that maybe everything is about to collapse here real quick? We might as well make our people just a little comfortable. You know what I'm saying? The dollar not about to be worth anything in about 2 years anyway. Let's get what we can get while we can get it. Like it's a robbery, right?
It is straight up robbery.
Yeah, for sure. It is. But yes, and I think that I don't even know if it's like before this whole thing tanks, as much as like the world could be on fire actively and they would still be like, I gotta get this money. I gotta get anybody selling fire extinguishers. Anybody need a fire extinguisher? I know we caused it, but you can use this. You can use this to put it out. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even like, it's just, they're going to run it until they run the planet, until they run our people into the ground. You know what I mean? Like there's no type of, so yeah, like that's the only edit I would make. You know what I mean? My fault. I just want to pull this infographic because I feel like we often forget, right? We hear about robbery, car theft, and carjacking, right? It's like crime, it's like the crime you need to worry about. But want to be clear, to Renee's point, most of the theft that happens is wage theft, minimum wage violations, overtime violations, rest break violations, off the clock violations, right? This is what, 23 billion, 8 billion, or there's more than 3 billion, 4 billion, right? We're talking about more than 30 billion, worth of theft, right? That is just wage theft. Larceny, other types of theft, that's only 5 billion. Burglary is only 4 billion. Auto theft is only 3 billion. Robbery, that's 0.34 billion. Tax evasion is bigger than this blue part. But keep in mind what your colonial imperialist media tells you, right, to be worried about, tells you to be afraid about, what kind of crime they focus on.
It's wild, man. It's wild. And if I can find because there's actually a website that does a really good job at breaking down the white collar crimes, and that's where I found this out. I don't even know, bruh. I'm literally at a loss.
I mean, we already knew that Trump coming in promising to get rid of, we're going to end fraud, waste, and abuse. Okay.
Yeah, we knew. We knew.
What does his base think? Do you guys believe the hype that the MAGA cult, all of a sudden they're starting to peep game after how many years? When did Trump first get elected? 2016? 10 years.
Yeah.
It took him a decade. But a few of them are starting to understand. I guess maybe because they did not get delivery of their Trump mobile phones by Don Jr. and Eric. When they Trump phone didn't come in the mail, they started to say, "Hey, something's looking fishy here."
I'm sure there's a non-zero percentage of his supporters that do feel that way, that do feel betrayed, that maybe would feel betrayed enough to go back to the other imperialist party, the Democrats. But I think most of them are just covering their asses. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think a lot of the talking heads or media people or comedians that have supported him, are having buyer's remorse, but I think they're just speaking to it, right? Like, at the end of the day, their political commitments are the same, right? So, maybe this is too, in their face, or maybe they're not getting enough out of, right, this particular kind of instantiation of like the imperial kind of apparatus or like program, but like they still feel the way they feel. You know what I mean? Like they still are pro-American, pro-empire, right? They're just like, I don't know, man. Like just like maybe like fix the road in my community also. They're not gonna do it.
Yeah, but it's weird. But the whole cult thing. I like.
Yeah.
And so I always wonder, like, do they just find the ones that are deeply invested in the cult to put in front of a camera, and so they can like highlight these specific people? Because I also caught that his popularity rating is like super low per whatever you want to make of these data sets, but there's that. I mean, I just wonder sometimes when I see people like still rocking the Trump hat and stuff, like I think to myself, like, I want to know what they're thinking. Like, I want to understand what exactly, like, in their head, like what is happening right now in their mind? Like, what do they envision life to be? And I want to know what kind of mushroom it takes to like live in that space and be fully invested. Maybe Air Doctor knows. Air Doctor, do you know?
Do you know Air Doctor?
Am I on the screen? Hold on.
You are.
Funny
guy. Oh, we got two.
I was doing other things.
You can't be turning your camera on if you're not ready.
Well, I'm always ready. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Exactly what y'all was talking about is crazy.
Hey, doctor, do you do mushrooms? Have you partaken in psilocybin?
I've dabbled.
And your thoughts? Question mark.
Stay home. Yeah, don't go out.
Like I said, set and setting.
Yes, control your environment so you don't have a bad high. That's what I always say whenever you're trying anything you haven't before. Stay home and control your environment.
Word.
You should be all right. And that way you could just go to sleep.
Safely.
And then you can wake up and you be all right again. So hopefully. It depends on what you're taking. But I'm not an expert in that. I'm a good guy. Hey, big up to I seen Dre out there at the park too. Was Dre without?
Hey, you was out there, Dre. You was down in Atlanta.
Yeah, Dre stay here.
I thought Dre was in Ohio.
Well,
maybe it's more than one Dre. You know what I'm saying?
The very special set that Air Doctor did. For that. People travel for Air Doctor sets.
Yeah, nah, he don't live in Atlanta. Okay, he was just down here, I guess. All right, big up. All right, I know. Listen, let's go ahead and take our first break.
Hold on, did Dre have his shirt on or off? These are I need to know.
Oh, he had a shirt on.
Oh man.
Yeah. There was kids out there.
Oh well.
And why did this one group that was... Oh, that wasn't you, Dre? What the hell did I run into?
Tim, Dre said I wasn't in Atlanta at all. It wasn't me.
Look, I
told y'all the drinks was flowing out there.
Ear Doctor got Dre in Atlanta. I got him down there half naked, walking around with his shirt off. Dre is like, please stop slandering me if you don't mind.
Dre was like, not at all. It was not me. It was not.
Ear Doctor.
Not me.
The drinks was flowing.
Ear Doctor. Who?
I did see CZ Lion there, though. I do remember that.
Did you? Did you?
Yeah,
Right.
Confirm in the chat.
Now we
he's
have
definitely in
verified.
Atlanta. Yeah. Bunch of people. And I didn't get the flyers on time, y'all. And the flyers ain't gonna come till tomorrow. I was supposed to get flyers to pass out to everybody. And
Oh, you was trying to you was getting back on your street.
I was, and you know what I'm saying? I was gonna pay a little kid to walk around the park and pass out the flyers. But yeah, you know what it is. Shit happens.
Shit happens.
All right, I did have a conversation with somebody else. I don't even remember.
They must have communicated that they are a remixer, right? They must have.
Yeah. Whoever I talked to, if you in the chat room,
announce yourself, please. Reintroduce yourself.
please. I mean, I'm 50 years old, man. This should be happening.
Oh man, tell me about it, dog. I am auntie.
Hey, Renee. How many times you walk in the other room and forget why you in there?
Oh, consistently.
Oh my God.
Consistently. I go down to the basement. I get to the bottom of the stairs. I'm like, why the fuck did I go down here? Consistently.
I just stand there and tap your foot like.
It's just my life. I don't even worry about it no more. It's just gonna be what it is.
Oh my God! It always I always go back to the scene of the crime where I first thought about it, and then I finally be like, oh yeah,
wow.
Yeah. All right. Let's go ahead and take a quick break, and then we're going to come back right here on no other than the Remix Morning Show.
I drive a fast car, come in and go left the out and we a come from far. You remember when me only have one hour shirt and go muggle with me in a your tight up skirt. As long as me there from Mars and the earth, me now forget where me a come from. Me now go dish your dirt.
I keep on loving you.
Always.
I don't know why. Oh, why? I don't know why. Oh, why?
As I am books and you look like a big snap of fish. The way you look, the way you dress, I got me carry this. Your personality, there is no other like it. But you are talented in the world. Oh my, you Chris.
You in every way.
Man, I could just let that keep rocking, boy. That is my joint right there. Oh, for SPB. Big up to Fallout Shelter Productions. We're rocking out with a little bit of Buju Banton. Yes, featuring Wayne Wonder off that album Mr. Mention. This came out in 2002. The name of this song is Bonafide Love. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Go to patreon.com, become a member over there, get footage that's rare, donate where at blkliberationmedia.org. That's right. Go over there and cop you some merch and get fly. You know what I'm saying? Why not? And if you're not able to get out and do stuff, donate. That's the way you can get other people to go out and do stuff. That's what we doing, y'all. All right, with that said, let's get back to it right here on the Remix Morning Show. Yeah.
Shout out to Musa. Was that their
radio?
Was
yeah, WRFG 89.3. That was them all at the tent, passing out flyers and stuff, let people know what they doing, how they organizing and stuff like that.
I'm glad you at least got them right. That's good.
Can you imagine the picture it wasn't Musa?
Oh, y'all got jokes. Can I join the jokes?
Hey, doctor, you always a part of the joke. what's that trend going around? People like in the line be like, I am the birthday. You're the joke. Here, doctor. You're the joke.
Whoa. I don't like how that sounds. Because like Rakim said, I ain't no joke. So
look, we have a request in the chat.
Can we get a Boujou Sunday mix someday? Hey, that sounds like a treat. You know what I'm saying?
That sounds dope.
I don't know if I could play all the Boujou. You know how the world is now. I'm just saying. Some of the lyrics just don't some of the lyrics just don't work nowadays.
But Boujou has a very extensive catalog, which we can draw upon.
Yes. Love Sponge. Oh, so many great ones.
Hills and Valleys is my joint.
Hills and valleys too. Don't let them school you. They don't like you.
That's right.
Anyway. Oh boy, don't get me started. All right.
I don't know why.
I love it.
Anyway, good morning, everybody. How's everybody feeling out there? It's the Remix Morning Show Tuesday edition. We've got Renee, Evan, and Kim, Ear Doctor in the Cut. Remixers check in. We appreciate y'all hanging out with us on this Tuesday, winter in America, on May the 19th. It's always winter in America. Peace to the God, Gil Scott Heron made a jam, prescient, prophetic. Ear Doctor, I may have sent you a story, but I may not. so if I did, touch the screen.
While Ear Doctor looks that up, Evan, can you pull up this crazy story about school parking lots being
Yep.
Because I'm trying to understand how the decision was made to put people in mobile units in a parking lot instead of a house that's probably empty, like literally like down the street from the school. I'm trying to understand.
What happened?
Is hiding contradictions an acceptable answer? Is that too easy?
I need help. Somebody help me.
This is crazy, man. I'm sorry. This is it makes me. I'm perturbed.
I'm like getting an eye twitch because I don't understand what's happening. Can you cover this for the people for me, please?
Here we go. A lifeline or dystopian. Schools open parking lots for homeless students and families.
What?
As family homelessness hits record highs, a few school districts are beginning to offer parking lots as safe sites for students and their families to sleep at night. Some families prefer the option over emergency shelters. San Diego. As an 8-year-old boy steered his bicycle in figure eights, his mother piled 3 plates with pizza and pineapple slices from an outdoor kitchen shared with more than a dozen other families who call this parking lot home. She carried the plates past her family's sedan, their last asset and, until recently, their only shelter, and placed the dinner inside a recreational vehicle assigned to them for the next 6 months. After dinner, she helped the 3rd grader with his homework, then made sure he showered and brushed his teeth before bed. The next morning, she drove the 10 miles to her son's school, where she works as a part-time site monitor. Their belongings and beds and private bathroom, meanwhile, remain secure in the city-owned lot, where homeless families like theirs find temporary stability. He likes it here, said the mother, M, who is being referred to by her first initial to protect the family's privacy. We can actually cook, I waste less money, and there's a lot to like. Since late last year, M and her family have been living in parking lots opened by the city of San Diego, the local school district, and a nonprofit partner. Priced out of San Diego's housing market, they now call the RV lot their temporary home as they meet with a caseworker who helps them search for more permanent housing. Family homelessness hit a record high in 2024 as the end of federal pandemic assistance and rising inflation push more families with children and unaccompanied youth out of their homes. Reminder, what administration sunsetted that pandemic assistance? Do y'all remember? Which, can somebody jog my memory? Was it
Robinette?
Was it
Joey?
Was it Biden?
Was it Joey B?
Genocide Joe, was that it? Okay, fair enough.
Sounds right.
Sounds right. A sluggish labor market and high housing costs have further strained family budgets. And now, as the number and visibility of unhoused families continue to climb, a handful of school districts are considering their parking lots as a way to shelter homeless students and their families. The city of San Diego began experimenting in 2017 when it partnered with nonprofit Jewish Family Service to convert the first of what are now 4 parking lots into safe places to sleep. It added its first lot prioritizing families in 2023. A few months later, as the city pushed a sweeping ban on public camping, officials with San Diego Unified School District approached the city with the idea of turning a vacant elementary and other district properties into temporary shelters. This model is now spreading beyond California. In Ohio, the Cincinnati School District later this spring will open its first safe parking lot for families at a downtown elementary school. The Teachers Union for Fayette County Public Schools in neighboring Kentucky has asked its school board to follow Cincinnati's lead. I'm going to read this a little bit more because there's a part I want to get to. San Diego's parking program has drawn some opposition, including from nearby residents and private developers who worry about crime and impact on property values. Progressives here also wonder quietly whether the program diverts attention and resources from addressing why families lose their housing in the first place. I wonder why they're wondering quietly. The Trump administration, meanwhile, also has criticized safe parking lots as, quote, dystopian and, quote, reprehensible, even as it plans for major cuts to long-term housing programs. With the exception of the Rose Canyon lot where M and her family are staying, San Diego's safe parking sites do not offer RVs. All sites offer security and portable bathrooms to families, and most include microwaves and seating areas. But some advocates for homeless people argue that the safe parking sites are an effective, if highly imperfect, short-term fix, offering autonomy and dignity to people as they search for more permanent housing. Quote, parking lots are a terrible option, but there are options that are worse, end quote, said Jennifer Erb Downward, Director of Housing Stability Programs and Policy Initiatives for Poverty Solutions, a University of Michigan project to promote economic mobility. Quote, often the only option is literal homelessness in your car and on the streets. This creates a middle ground where you can get families into the system, where you can try to meet their needs and in place that keeps them safe. I think that's all I wanted to share.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I just, this whole like, well, a parking lot with a officer posted making overtime is better than some other options. You know what option is not better than? An empty house. I just don't. I don't know, y'all.
This is an expansion of a trend that we've been seeing at people's work sites. I'm sorry, I can't remember what outlet it was, but this has been at least 2+ years ago that I can recall seeing these stories where workers, people who had jobs, would sleep at the work garage, at the job. They would just stay there, right? Or they would go into the restrooms and clean up, and then they go to their car and go to sleep, and then wake up and walk into work. And this is something that is pretty common around the country, as we know so many people who are unhoused. Unhoused does not mean unemployed, right? A lot of people still have jobs and also do not have a place to lay their head. And so now that this has been expanded to schools, again, the kind of normalization, like the sane washingness of it all, like, yes, let's go ahead and pay this officer overtime. Well, how much is he fucking making in overtime? You know what I'm saying? How much does that add up to over a month, over 6 months, over a year that could have been used to pay rent, a hotel? It could have been used in a much better way. But because law enforcement is seen as the answer to society's problems in this dumb place that we live in, right? It would make more sense to give it to the cop. Give the money to the cop, not to the actual homeless folks.
Yeah. And just to go back to this point around, because there is a misconception, right, that every homeless person or unhoused person is not working. Actually, approximately 40 to 60% of people who are unhoused are actually working full-time or part-time jobs. So that means these people are working, actively not making enough money to sustain themselves in the city where they work. I don't think it's any coincidence that San Diego, within California, which is, mind you, a democratically run state, was experimenting with this as early as 2017.
Mm-hmm.
I often say that when I went to grad school in Northern California, in Berkeley, I'd never seen up until that point like homelessness like that in that way. Again, I've also
I just want to jump in and just point out that Evan just like quietly pointed out that he went to Berkeley for grad school in California and tried to like slip it in and hope that nobody noticed. And I don't know why he thinks he can do stuff like that.
That was just to,
Aha! Aha!
you're gonna stop doing this to me.
I appreciate the way he does it though, Renee. Because
it was slick as hell.
he's not flexing though. You understand? It's not a flex. This is just part of the story of Evan. Evan found
Story.
in
It's just
Berkeley,
a story, you know.
a young boy in Northern California, observing all of society's ills, just so casual. It's not flexing though. I appreciate it though. He's just
No, never. I'm a regular dude. that is me.
with a lot of fancy schooling. With a lot of fancy schooling.
I spent a lot of time with these white people. I'll tell you that. But yeah, man, I never saw. I think it was weird coming from DC, right? Of course, I've seen one house and more now than ever, quite honestly, in DC. But going to the Bay, like I was quite shocked, right? Because my limited understanding was like Black Panthers, Oakland, right? Like this kind of site of struggle and history, right? And Berkeley, I just didn't understand Berkeley as being this like very white, very liberal, space where truly the only other Black people I saw when I was in school were other students or unhoused people. Truly, like that was what I saw. And it was such a sharp contrast, right? Especially when you compare it to like the wealth that's very clearly in San Francisco, which is why I just appreciate, going back to Crushing Wheelchairs, why I appreciate that piece of art and work so much. Because I think it just so well captured. It's not coincidence that they're in California, right? Filming that, right? And I just appreciate the way they captured all those contradictions that I saw, right? These white liberals that say that they care about human beings, that have a Black Lives Matter sign in their window, that are going to literally step over a Black unhoused person, right? Or call the cops because they've made an encampment where they can only place where they can in the park, right? People's Park in Berkeley, thank you. I couldn't call the name immediately. People's Park in Berkeley is alarming. Homelessness is to a staggering degree eye-opening. Yes, absolutely. Right next to Berkeley campus, right next to all this wealth, right? So yeah, just like I say all that to say that I'm not surprised that California is a place where this is kind of starting. And right, if someone's drowning and you throw them barbed wire, they'll hold on to the barbed wire for sure, right? Like desperate people will hold on to any solution that you give them. But I think it's very obvious, it's very clear, right, that this is not a real solution, right? To Renee's point, there's more vacant housing in this country than there are unhoused people. This is actually a very simple solution if you had a government that were willing to subordinate capital to the needs of people, but it is completely the reverse. So you have this situation where they're ostensibly trying to solve this issue. They're ostensibly connecting them with social workers for social services to give them permanent housing. Permanent housing how? Where? Right? These social workers are not magicians. They can't produce housing that does not exist or make it more affordable when it's intentionally being made not affordable, right? You would have to challenge capital. You would have to challenge capital's ability to gobble up real estate and sell it to the highest bidder, right? But that's not going to happen, right? So this is going to continue, right? This contradiction is going to continue to heighten. Inflation is up. The job market is awful. I know people, and I'm again, not to, this is not a flex, right? I know many people who have graduate degrees who are looking for work, right? Who've been laid off, right? And are struggling to find jobs, right? Federal government has cut jobs, consulting cutting jobs, tech cutting jobs, entire private sector cutting jobs, right? You know what I'm saying? Like this is like it's like a 5-alarm fire, right? And we can't hear the noise almost, you know what I mean? But you can see the outfall, right? And this is one of those symptoms. but data centers or whatever the fuck. Sure, that'll be helpful.
It's not looking good.
It's not looking good. It's not. But you know what? They want us to feel that way.
They do.
They want us to feel overwhelmed and like there's no way to turn, there's no way to go, there's no way to fight it. So we gotta stay on track because this shit right here for the birds. And that they really set up mobile housing and parking lots and didn't do an assessment of the amount of empty houses that are available to allow people to live in a place that is theirs, where they don't have to, be under constant surveillance. Let me not stretch that with the constant surveillance. We all under constant surveillance, but y'all get my point.
and just the way that so where I live in a small town that is incorporated within Prince George's County, so it has its own separate shit. It has its own police department also. My joke is that they fight crime between the hours of 9 and 5. Don't let no shit happen to you at 10 o'clock at night because they not go. But anyway. So in the newsletter, they sent out, hey, residents of this town, we've hired private security to patrol the streets of the town. That is 2 square miles, by the way, to patrol the streets of the town between the hours of 11 p.m. and 7 a.m. And we looked up this security company and we looked up their rates. And for 3 months, would you like to know how much it's going to cost for a security car to literally drive 2 square miles for about 3-4 months? Take a guess how much my town is about to pay for that.
$3 million.
I live in PG County, Evan. I mean,
we're gonna say 450,000.
So the number is 90,000, but I even thought 90,000 is
so crazy.
That shit is still high.
It's so crazy. It might as well be 3 million. It might as well, as far as I'm concerned, 90,000. What are you talking about? You can find any better use for that money.
Thank you. While we search for, qualified candidates to hire as overnight officers, in the meantime, we're going to pay this security company $90,000 for 4 months to drive 2 square fucking miles. By the way, very low crime where I live. And the hiring of the security guard came after a car was stolen on my street. 1 car. These niggas hired security. 90 grand.
A car, one, not even cars, a car. A car. So was a fucking Tesla? What the hell, man? I don't know. What?
It was not even a Tesla, but anyway, but just the priorities or the solutions that the state has. That's why the state has to go. It has to go. To me, there's no reforming this system. It can't be reformed. We've tried. Okay. I think Black folks in particular, poor folks in particular, we gave it a good shot. We gave it a good faith effort. I swear to God we did. But I think we're just going to bang our heads up against the wall if we keep trying to make these motherfuckers have empathy for us, to see us as human. They don't give a shit. They don't care if your kids sleep in the car overnight out front of the school. They don't care if they don't eat. They don't fucking care. So I think we should also not care, in the sense that we shouldn't care about the continuation of this system. God willing, America doesn't make it to 251. Okay, it's time. It's been cool. It's had its run. Bring it to a close now, and let's do the next thing.
I'm trying to find. There's a quote that you just reminded me of from Ori's book, Tip of the Spear, and it's about how reform is the kind of modus operandi of counterinsurgency, liberal counterinsurgency. It is the it is the way by which the counterinsurgency expands. The reform placates to a certain degree the population, strengthens the state, and therefore continues this process. I'm trying to find the quote, but that's what you made me think of. It's
I mean, but they're daring us. Do you understand? Every indignity, every additional stone placed on our backs. It's y'all bitch ass niggas ain't gonna do nothing. It's basically what they're telling us. You know what I'm saying? We the bitch ass niggas, unfortunately, right? And we getting punked daily on the regular because they know we're not gonna do shit. Count on it.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, y'all need a breath after that?
I'm sorry.
Yes, please.
Well, here's my thing. Let me say this real quick. I know we have the ability and the capability. I think the spark has just not hit. Let me say that. Let me say it correctly. No, I think we are going to do shit. I think shit is capable of being done. But I think if we try to do it their way, keep voting, it's going to be we're going to be in this situation for another 1,000 years. You understand? Like something dramatic has to occur, and I think we are capable of making that dramatic thing occur. But I think if we keep trying to do it their way, they're going to keep us where we are.
Yeah, we need to be organized. Please join a revolutionary organization. We need our media. Please contribute to Black Liberation Media. Where else are you going to get this analysis? Like, you know, where else? Please support us. Like, we need it. You see, every day we're just fighting to stay on YouTube, trying to prevent ourselves from saying something that's going to
filtering.
It's kicked off permanently.
We even had to have an off-camera conversation with Kim. Like, listen, Kim, we want to stay here for a minute.
I do have to catch myself sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But to be fair, when we were demonetized, that was not me.
No, it wasn't.
It surely was not. It was not.
It wasn't. And you know, we just have people on the show. I'm just reading comments. You know what I'm saying? Violence, violence with violence from Bukayo Snaka. I'm sorry, I apologize. I've definitely.
Whoa, you really messing that name up. Let me help you out.
Hey, doctor, would you like to give it a shot?
Bukayo Naka. Bukayoso Naka.
That's enough. That's enough. Okay.
That. Yeah. Good Lord. I think people would do this just to mess us up.
Meet violence with violence. Haiti understood. That's history. That's not my opinion. That's history. So you know, there you go.
Hey, big up to Cynical sending in $1.99. More homeless folk can also mean less folks voting. Yeah, it's voting. Did y'all go vote today or yesterday or anytime? Yes,
I vote most
okay.
times. What
I'm
was
not I'm not allowed to vote because I'm not registered in this duopoly. So you have to be in Jersey. You can only vote for the
it's a closed primary.
The one that it's a closed primary, and since I refuse to be part of that system, I don't get to do primaries.
Oh, so. I feel that way too. Maryland has a closed primary. I hate it very bad, but it's intentional. Democrats like to keep you leftists out of this mix. Y'all niggas know. Y'all can't.
Yeah, we don't want the pressure. We don't need the pressure.
We don't need the pressure.
Yo, I got a video from this weekend, y'all.
What you got?
Oh, lay it on us.
Check us out. All right, it's Malcolm X Fest today. Been going to this thing for like 25 years. Today I get to grace the stage and rock out. So I'm excited.
First person to come over to our.
Yes, sir.
For a while, he said the earth is his turf. So we want.
Straight out.
You thought I wasn't gonna make it? I was litty.
You know,
I'm still nice on the court though. Listen,
yo, I want I want you to go into that video and pause the screen right on your face right after you make that shot. I want to look at your eyes and know how lit you are.
It was a lituation, yo. It was a
What was you
lituation.
drinking on, Air Doctor, outside in the heat? What was you drinking on?
Oh, yeah, a little brew tequila. Oh, let's see. Word Sandsstars, $5. Bolivia is doing it right. Okay. I'll take your
Also
word.
known as Words and Stars.
Oh, that's what it said. I'm telling y'all, my eyes go so fast. I don't even be reading. I just, yeah. Anyway, so yeah, that was if y'all want to see that footage again, go to my Instagram at the Ear Doctor. There you go.
I'm not gonna lie, that looks mad fun, and I love seeing all those beautiful black people having a good time.
Big up the brother Jamil sending in $2. I'm in between bean pie sales, but I'll be back. He'll bring me a bean pie, so stop playing.
Yo, brother Jamil, mad kind, mad gracious. You know what I'm saying? Such a good dude. You know what I'm saying? I feel like yeah.
And it's dope because he definitely believes in the unity I always talk about, like how we gonna find a certain type of unity. Because
absolutely,
we got so many divisions, y'all. It's ridiculous.
Lots of divisions.
So, Kim, I did find the story you sent me. So I don't know if you want to rock out with that.
Should have been 2, but if it was only 1, we'll take.
Yeah, you sent 2. So we can start with the Westmore.
Okay, so can I preface the story very quickly? So this is from Fox Baltimore, and for those that are familiar, Fox Baltimore absolutely has a right-wing slant, absolutely has a anti-black slant and bias to their reporting, and but I have to say, on some level, I appreciate the smoke that they give some of these black misleadership people. Now, they only giving it to them because they are black, but sometimes the enemy of my enemy is my friend. So anyway, there's been some reporting about Westmore, the Maryland governor. Westmore is seeking a second term, and many speculate that he could be part of the Democrats' 2028 ticket in some way. And Westmore is a magical special Negro who has never before held any elected office before being elected governor of Maryland. And I have long suspected that Westmore is a plant or op, but I mean op in the way old folks mean, and he's an operative, not an opponent. Well, yes, an opponent, maybe op in all the meanings.
Yes, all the meanings.
All the meanings is Westmore. So this is the latest reporting on West, because apparently there's more questions about his Afghanistan service and his military career writ large.
More?
Yes, more. More on more.
More on more. You gotta pull it up, put it on screen.
Yo.
Westmore's Afghan story starts to unravel. What we doing? This ain't no video.
So you could have told me that. Is it an article?
Yes, it's an article.
So finally, Ear Doctor, grace us with your narration. Come on.
You sure you want me to do this? Okay. In a commencement speech at Valley Forge Military Academy on May 9th, Governor Westmore told graduates of the academy had taught them something that I wish more people in society understood: that we will not lie, cheat, nor steal, nor tolerate those that do. For 2 decades, Moore's own accounts of his army service in Afghanistan deployment have tested whether he lives by that standard. In an April 2014 interview with the USO magazine on patrol, Moore was asked about his duties in Afghanistan. I was an infantry officer, military police officer, and then became special ops when I joined the 82nd Airborne Division, Moore said. Based on
are you doing voices? Hold on. Are you doing voices?
I've been doing this since I've been reading to my kids. I'm just used to, whenever I see quotes, I feel like it's a need for a voice change.
Well, at least sounds like Westmore, dog.
Yeah, I don't listen to this nigga. My bad. I don't know his voice.
And I don't fault you, child. Ain't nothing to listen to. Ain't nothing to hear. Okay? Then again, talk about a goddamn thing.
Based on his army records, his answer was not true. false. Those records show Moore was not an infantry officer, was not qualified in any special operations field, and did not deploy to Afghanistan to perform either role. You're a liar.
So hold on. This is a bit of a lengthy piece. So let me just summarize just a bit, because there's a lot of like military jargon and stuff that, you know, for us civilians it doesn't compute very well, because like what. But anyway, his transition, as he is quoted from that 2014 piece, from going from military police or infantry officer to military police to special ops, most folks who have served in the army say that doesn't happen. Okay. It does not usually happen in that way for most folks. And some of his assignments while in Afghanistan were given to him by somebody who is a close friend of his. And the article goes on to say that, and it goes on to quote people, you know, retired veterans. Some wanted to go on the record, some did not want to go on the record because they feared some sort of doxing retaliation. But according to this piece, they say that Wes Moore was given plum assignments, that kept him largely out of danger, that largely kept him out of the theater of combat, right? Like he wasn't out there bucking and shooting anyway, but it contradicts some of his tales or the way that he has presented his military service. And as we know, one of Joe Biden's outgoing, you know, acts of president was to make sure that Wes Moore was it his Bronze Star? It was some sort of military accommodation that Wes Moore claimed to had already received, but upon further inspection, he had not received it. And of course, you know, Joe Biden said, we got to make sure, you know, West is the future out here. We can't have him out here blatantly lying. So let's go ahead and give him this shit after the fact. And now he has that accommodate that. Yeah. So I don't know if Democrats care. This story is not likely, if true, it is not likely to impact Wes Moore getting reelected in Maryland. Number one, Maryland is reliably Democrat, but not as progressive as advertised. And he does not really have any type of competition from the right. Though, let me say, Renee, I will be voting for Andy Ellis. I have voted green before in our governor's race, and I will vote green again. Because fuck that nigga. I'm not voting for no fucking Wes Moore. So anyway, but it's not going to matter because Wes Moore is a bougie black darling in the state of Maryland. They love him. I'm on an island out here with my Wes Moore hatred. Everybody else loves him. I can't stand him.
I mean, well, you
liar.
You don't live, you know, you're not living in the he's a good black world. You know what I mean? Like it's amazing to me the amount of shit that people get excited about with these bougie blacks who are literally useless. I, quiet as kept, ran into one of the bougie blacks somewhere in the street. And I was like, oh, first of all, you look like a troll. Which, no. Almost, you know, I don't even know if we can comparatively say one is worse than the other, but you close. And I was like, this troll, and somebody was chasing him to take a selfie. And I was like, what is happening? What is happening? But I'm so sick of all of them. But you sick of the bougie blacks. You sick of them. So, but everybody's still excited by the bougie black. I don't know what to do. Sometimes I look at it for real and I'm like, what do we do? Because they're almost as, if not equally problematic as the Trumpers who are in the cult. Right? Like you are doing equal damage to the needs of the regular people by being excited by somebody simply because they have a certain level of melanin when they have no soul. Right? Like you're a ghoul along with all the others, right? And so I just can't. Yeah.
I mean, that's real. Like I think this is why the Black misleadership class framing is so important. It's so helpful. The framing of compradors is so important. It's so helpful, right? Because like we need to understand that like there's a certain percentage of our population that we also have to wage, we have to struggle against, right? Because we are indoctrinated to think that like for this to be the aim, right? To become governor, to become, a head of state, to run a major company, right? Like these are models and monikers of success, right? And it's the case like across the board, right? From when you're little, right? From when I was in elementary school, I remember, what I'm saying, like these are the types of people that are held up, right? Supreme Court justices, politicians, et cetera. And I don't think, it's unfortunate, right? But our people are so propagandized, they can't see these people as the enemies of our people that they are, right? Like actively working against us, and that's on us, right? We have to, make sure we're educating our people. We have to engage with our people, right? And help them see that, help call those contradictions. But it's like an uphill battle, right? And I think Jared talks about this all the time, right? Like we're never going to be able to have the kind of reach for our media, right, that they have, like to kind of fight them on that level. Although we can obviously make a dent, and us and many other platforms out here are trying to do exactly that. But like we also have to be like engaging with the people, you know what I mean? Joining an organization, putting on community events, doing popular and public education, knocking on doors, right? Like this is the type and engaging with people. Like this is the type of work that needs to be done at like a local scale so that we can fight against this. But it's absolutely an uphill battle, right? And we do not see them as the enemies that they are. Like I think that's like the biggest issue, but
wait, Evan, did you know that Wes Moore is giving Marylanders back just a bit? He's trying to help Marylanders out with our exorbitant power bills, our energy bills. I'm sure you guys have heard Pepco and BG&E are literally throwing people over barrels and assaulting us with their exorbitant bills. It's terrible, right? Well, Wes Moore said, I'm on it. He said, every Maryland resident will get, what was it, $125 credit at the end of the year, or for a 12-month period for your electric bills. And I said, I'm not good at math, but that's like $12.50 a month. Have you seen the bill?
that might cover two bills, maybe. I don't, if that, if that, that's crazy.
Now, my viewers know I've been complaining loudly about my Pepco bill because fuck Pepco, okay? Pepco provides power for Prince George's County, DC, and Montgomery County. So in Maryland, provides power for two of the big counties here. BG&E covers power for the Baltimore area and the surrounding counties there. These are not public utilities. These are private corporations, right? And maybe not corporations, but the way that they are framed to us as those are public. They're not public utility.
Right.
They are for-profit entities, right? And they are making money hand over fucking fist at these rises in energy cost. And people, regular ass people and poor people and working people are getting fleeced. And Wes Moore has the audacity to sit up there with no hair on his face, skinning and grinning, talking about, oh, well, y'all gonna get $12.50 back. You're welcome. I said, oh God, this is the best the Democrats can do, everybody. Take your little $12.50 every month and shut the fuck up. Vote blue no matter who.
That doesn't cover one bill. I'm just like,
it doesn't cover delivery charges, dear Evan, for one bill. It doesn't cover nothing.
Y'all remember when Kamala Harris said she was gonna give people $25,000 towards a home loan and said that was gonna change the game? Was that? Am I forgetting?
Was that for everybody, or was that just for the black men along with the weed
and the crypto?
And the crypto. Which
might have been it.
Yeah.
But guys, these are the Democratic solutions. Like, what are we doing? Like this is the Democrats telling us what you want us to do. I just helped you.
Yeah.
Didn't I just help you out? Didn't I just give you $125 back and your bill is $500 in 1 month? Didn't I just help you out?
And from TGH Hamilton 1079, Westmore allowed Virginia to tap into the Maryland power grid for data center. My property taxes increased 42%. Westmore can kiss my entire ass. Yeah, man. I mean, and this is also the kind of the perversion of Democrats, of liberals, is like they will find the smallest iota. They go in their pocket, find like the change at the bottom of their pocket and sprinkle it on people. You know what I'm saying? To distract them essentially from like the core issue, right? Like the data centers, right? Taking water, taking energy, driving up your costs. Like that is like the contradiction that's causing all of this. He's not gonna do nothing about that. He's gonna give you barely enough for one bill, and black excellence.
I was thinking like, what if there was like, yo, we'll rent out a room in your house and just set this data center up in one of your rooms and start being like, yo, man.
You said what if, ear doctor?
That'd be crazy. You know how many people will rent out rooms?
What you mean, what if? They're already doing it. They are already putting fucking mini data centers at people's houses. You know what I'm saying? Like, Jared was talking about this. Am I tripping? Like, this is crazy. It's crazy. They're already doing it. They're already trying to create deals for people to put a little mini data center right at their house. I don't know what the like deal is. Maybe they get like some
like Airbnb type pay their rent.
This is supposed to be the solution to having a large data center taking up so much space. They're gonna put smaller ones, you know, for homeowners, I guess, or buy your house. Like, it's already happening. They're already working on it. Is Kim frozen? Oh, I was about to say, I was like
buffering.
buffering.
Anyway.
Yeah, man.
Anyway. Air Doctor, do you have my other story?
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry, Evan. Did you want to
hop in? I was gonna say I found that quote I was talking about.
Oh, please, by all means.
Tip of the spear. And I didn't get it quite right, but it still applies. Expansion is the sine qua non of prison reform, insofar as reforms rarely, if ever, entail a diminution of the state's capacity to capture and punish targeted populations, right? Sine qua non, for those that don't know, essentially means without which not. So essentially like without reform, or rather, sorry, without expansion, like the reform couldn't happen, if that makes sense, right? Like this is like the one of the modes by which the prison industrial complex like continues to expand, and because it's constantly supposed to be reforming itself. But we can see that, right, in the same way that we see it outside the walls, right? The way the reform is used to, again, validate and verify, and like lift up the state and make it more powerful, while really not solving any of the core issues that really need to be addressed. So I just wanted to bring that in. But yeah, let's jump to the next story. I know we're short on time.
That's cool. Thank you for that, Evan. So this is actually an update on a story that we brought you here on the Remix Morning Show a few weeks back, coming out of Hartford, Connecticut, where a brother who was experiencing a mental health crisis was shot and killed by police. And now the update to the story is that the shooting was found to be unjustified, and the cop has now been charged with manslaughter.
Okay, let me get these things off the screen and bring it up for you, just like this here.
Brings us to today's developments, where the Inspector General has ruled Jones's death was not justified. Officer Magnano is now facing a first-degree manslaughter charge.
And we do have live team coverage for you tonight. Your reporter Amanda Callahan is standing by with the community's reaction to today's ruling.
But we do want to begin first with your chief investigative reporter, Sam Smink, live in Hartford with what city leaders are saying now. Sam.
Former Hartford police officer Joseph Magnano is facing 1 to 20 years in prison if convicted. Now Hartford's mayor and the police union president have different views on whether the charges in this case are correct.
I think that many of our residents recognize that there are many members of this police department who would not have come into a situation and reacted in the way that Officer Magnano did.
Let's think about this. There's a warrant. It's not a verdict. And because there's an arrest, doesn't mean that I was wrong, and it doesn't mean that Joe was guilty.
On February 27th, rookie officer Joseph Magnano responded to a suicide call. Stephen Jones was having a mental health crisis, holding a large knife. 3 other officers had been on scene for several minutes trying to get Jones to drop the knife. He didn't. One officer tased Jones. It didn't work. The arrest warrant says Magnano was not dispatched to the scene, that he responded on his own after hearing radio traffic, and only interacted with Jones for 26 seconds before firing. They also mentioned he didn't use pepper spray on his belt.
One of the most ridiculous things I've ever heard. I have someone coming at me with a knife that can kill me, and I'm going to pepper spray them? No.
The mayor fired Magnano a month later on the last day of his probationary period.
And you were all here on that date in March when I fired then Officer Magnano. I said that I believe that his actions didn't rise to the standard that we hold our police officers to for public safety, for care, for community crisis intervention and de-escalation.
An inspector general report found the shooting was not legally justified. In the report, Officer Magnano says he was scared for his life and scared for civilians behind him. The union president says that this arrest sends a bad message to the department and that they are already 150 officers short, so recruitment will be affected. The mayor says he has been speaking with the police chief to talk about the impact this arrest will have on the department, and they are talking about how to move forward. Now, we do know that Magnano will be in court for his arraignment on June 5th.
All of this.
Yeah, all like everything that's wrong with our with the law enforcement system here is all in that one story.
Yeah.
You have people showing up in costumes and guns for whom their response to everything is to kill somebody.
Right.
Literally.
Right.
And then you have these assholes afterwards going on. I mean, the idea that your response to someone losing their life is we're already understaffed. What is this going to do to our ability to recruit? You have lost the entire fucking plot.
This is, yeah. It's so disgusting. And I also, as you were telling the story, Kim, I was like, which one is this?
Right.
I really was like, I don't even know. I even heard about this one because there was like a kid who was running away from like an active shooter that got shot. Like I was like, was it that one that you're talking about? I don't know which one we're talking about because these pigs kill us all the time. These stories are almost like indistinguishable from one another, right? And you're gonna tell me that y'all had 3 people surrounding this man who had a knife. Y'all got bulletproof vests on. Y'all can't get behind him. Y'all can't grab him. Y'all can't. There's no other option but to just murder this dude. Like it's just, it's infuriating. And the response is like, well, we got to make sure we can recruit so we have more of these people to do this. And they'll reliably make an example out of one, right? Like you have hundreds of shootings, right? One is going to get charged, right? But if you follow it, I'm sure he's not going to get the maximum sentence. I'm sure he's probably going to get some kind of like leniency because he's a police officer, supposedly serving the whatever the state, you know. I'm sure he's probably going to get off for good behavior. You know what I'm saying? Like like they will share this as an example of justice, quote unquote, being served, but they're not going to follow it to show when he gets off or when his charges are lessened or something like that. You know what I mean? Let alone this person that he murdered. We're going to forget all about that. But yeah, I don't know. This is.
I mean, I don't have any faith in the system. At the same time, I'm glad to see charges because at least, you know, it gives the veneer of accountability, whether or not anything, a conviction or jail time comes out of it.
Mm-hmm.
In the community, I want to big up to the people in Hartford who came out to support Stephen Jones and his family. And like to your point, Evan, like this indistinguishable, right? Like we could literally pull up 5 police killings in the past month, and a lot of them sound the same. It's almost the same story.
Right.
And I'm really struck by the cop union representative, like his whole tone, his old gruff demeanor. What am I supposed to do? A guy coming at me with a knife? Don't y'all train? Like, don't hand-to-hand combat? Like Renee said, like, is the only, you only have the option to shoot them dead?
But that is the thing, Kim, because they are trained, and this is the result of that training, right? When they have these trainings where you're like, I forget this guy's name. There's some white dude, Renee, you might remember, but like he's going around talking about like, you know, you have to have a warrior mindset, and you're out here, you know what I'm saying? It's like you're being war, and you know,
that's literally the training. That's literally from the training.
Literally. So the training is not de-escalation. The training is not, we're outnumbering this person, we can probably wrestle them to the ground and get this knife away from them, and maybe, you know, like, that's not the training. The training is you're at war, you know, with this domestic colony that we always talk about, right? They're in these domestic colonies, right, as armed agents of the state, and they are good to kill. You know what I mean? Like that is the mindset. So no, right? Like this is a result of the training, right? Yeah, this is what they're trained to do.
Well, welcome to America. This is America.
Happy Tuesday, y'all.
Yeah. So let's start off with you, Evan. What you got coming up?
We got okay. I got a list. You know, I got a list.
I bet. Welcome out to the Remix Morning Show.
I feel like, Evan, this is like the part in church where they go up and read the calendar. We got the church announcements.
It is
this week.
It's facts, man. That is facts. This is
Brother Evan's gonna have the fish fry in the parking lot. Plate's gonna be $6.
He looked like he would be a deacon. I can see Evan as a deacon.
Yes.
Yeah, Deacon Evan.
Fry.
Deacon Evan. What's the word, Deacon?
So first and foremost, I want to shout out WPFW Voices with Vision, host Comrade Nefa Freeman, who we all know. This morning show, you can't catch it live. You're gonna have to go back. But Comrade Sister Sheena of Bat Baltimore was on talking about African Liberation Day. We know Sister Sheena from the chat, Ear Doctor's favorite chat member. So
why y'all be pitting me? Oh my goodness!
Shout out to Sister Sheena. Please catch Voices.
Big up to the goddess.
Big up. Next, I want to hit up African Liberation Day. So that is also coming up this Friday. Here we go. Up in Baltimore. So please come through. There'll be community engagement from 1 to 5, and then a symposium from 6 to 9 p.m. Again, that's Friday, May 22nd, African Liberation Day, Revolutionary Pan-Africanism. The theme is Revolutionary Pan-Africanism, fight in solidarity with oppressed people everywhere. Our struggle is one. And in alliance with Students for Justice in Palestine and Palestinian Youth Movement. So, marking 68 years of African Liberation Day. So please come out to that. It'll be at Payne Memorial Church in Baltimore, again on the 22nd. And then finally, I want to shout out our Pacas People's Pan-African Wellness Front this Sunday, which is going to be the 4th Sunday. Please come out. We'll be at Rise Demonstration Center in DC. We have free blood pressure screenings. We have mindfulness and breath work, free hygiene products and medical supplies. We're going to run from 12 to 3. Please come out and engage with us. So that is all I had on my end.
All right. I got to stop trying to pit us. Big up to Goddess Crew. We just don't agree on certain things. Like she don't agree that I'm one of the dopest niggas she ever met. But what you got, Kim Brown?
You are one of the dopest niggas anybody's ever met, Air Doctor. And I even think Goddess Crew would agree with that. You know what I mean?
Blah blah. All right, well, that means you haven't. Well, we got the classical breakdown coming up.
We do have classical breakdown coming up this Thursday. Inshallah, I believe that we will get there. We got our list already. But real quick, before we go, I wanted to say something because I happened to catch the Remix Morning Show on Friday. And I was watching and I heard Amber mention that on a prior episode of the remix, she felt as though that maybe there had been some disinformation shared about the role that the Memphis mayor played in XAI coming to Memphis. And she gave some good fact checks, and she was 100% correct that the Memphis mayor was not in office when the Colossus XAI building was, greenlit to come to Memphis. He has, however, been a very enthusiastic supporter. And so when I heard misinformation used to describe what I said, even though I wasn't named, but I know I made comments about the project. So yeah. So when I went and looked it up, because I'm like, yo, I'm 48. I am getting up in age. I have been smoking weed for 30 years. It is quite hot. Auntie could very well be confused. You know what I'm saying? I said, whoa, I mean, I don't know how I got the impression that this man was in support of this project. But when I went and looked, he has been described as being enthusiastically welcoming to the Colossus project, and also been described as, I think he put out a newsletter himself for the mayor's office that he was happy to welcome the expansion of the Colossus project. So while factually I did say something in error, it was the Memphis or the Shelby County Chamber of Commerce who was responsible for greenlighting the Colossus project. I was not off base, and I do feel as though it was unfair to characterize what I said as misinformation, because especially in this era, misinformation has a bit of a sinister or even maybe an intentional note to it. And I do understand that misinformation can be shared with intention and also unintentionally, right? People can say things that in error that they just don't know. So I just would like to say to our audience, as a credibility thing, if I've said something in error, please know it is never with intention or even laziness. Sometimes in an extemporaneous setting such as this one, people do say things off the cuff. So if I misspeak, please don't interpret it as misinformation, because I would never, ever say anything that I either knew to be true or was not willing to accept correction from those that know better. So that's all I want to say. Thank you.
Hey, man. Dope. Each one teach one. That's what we hear. Shit, I say stuff all the time. But listen, that's what we here for. That's what the chat room's here for. We all here students. We never proclaim to be the teachers of everything. That's what I say. Do your research. We all gonna get there. Renee, what you got coming up?
So we actually got a couple of things happening. Tomorrow we are gonna do a pop-up live, which we don't normally do, but we got to reach out from Leigh Marouf of the Palestine Free TV folks. So he's going to join us tomorrow during the day, so he can give us an update. I'm very excited about that. And then on Saturday, and I'm super excited about this, we got a lot of Shiha coming on, because her book, From the Clinics to the Streets, is being released this week. If you have not already gotten a hold of this bad boy, highly, highly recommend that you do so before she comes on. It is an easy read. If you get it by tomorrow, I promise you'll be so excited by it. You'll be done with it by the time she comes on Saturday. Very, very excited about that. And so that's what we got going this week.
Wednesdays and Saturdays with
Renee.
Hey, let's get it right here. Keep it going. We gotta get some more people dropping in on the Remix Morning Show. We got some heavy hitters over there. I'm gonna work on that. Thank y'all for tuning in once again. That is Evan. That's Renee Johnston. That's Burn It Down, Kim Brown. I'm the Ear Doctor. This is the Remix Morning Show. Big up to all the remixes, and big up to all y'all out there organizing, making things happen. And even if you're not, big up to tuning in so you can get some of that good media right here on Black Liberation Media. We catch y'all tomorrow morning again at 8 a.m. for some more of the Remix Morning Show. Peace, y'all.
Black Liberation Media is a collective of Black and African organizers, journalists, academics, and media personalities serving Black and African masses seeking to further grow in their understanding of themselves, their histories, and the African world through entertainment and news. Please continue to like, subscribe, and donate to the channel so we can further serve you and liberate our people. You can also go to blkliberationmedia.org, get some merchandise, and also become a Patreon member and a member from the YouTube. Please do what you can, share, and show your love as we will show ours for you. Black Liberation Media.